We already talked about next week versus the Bombers and Zach Collaros. Do you think you have done enough to have put your name up there with his in terms of the MOP that comes into
I'm not. I want to win a championship.
Lions and Bombers tonight. BC plays first place in the CFL West on the line.
And possibly the game of the year.
This game decides the MOP race because you have Zach Collaros and Vernon Adams Jr. facing off against each other.
The talk was Zach Collaros, Chad Kelly, those are the names that were getting thrown out there. And, from a media standpoint, we were looking at VA's numbers and what he was doing and wondering why he wasn't in that conversation.
I've been pounding the table for Vernon Adams Jr., and I think I've been proven right.
I don't want to sound selfish or anything like that, but we all have goals as players, and we all have our personal goals and our team goals, and that's something you set for yourself. You want to be the all-star, you want to be a Grey Cup champ. If the MOP comes, you want the MOP, you want first place, you want to win every game at home.
Regular day in the den. BC Place. Let's go. Specialist walkthrough, we're getting our depth perception right, getting the spin right.
Teaching one of our trainers how to throw a football. He's making strides.
Oh. No.
Yes, we're done. We're gonna retire. We're done after that.
No, we're not.
Yes, I have.
Last thing I'll say is when I said gratitude yesterday, gratitude does not mean happy to be here. It means happy to make the most of the opportunity and kick their ass tomorrow night. Yes, show up at 7 o'clock, team on a mission. BA, you got to break.
Let's go. Hey, it's been a great week. Let's handle business tomorrow. I love y'all, man. Lions on 3. 1, 2, 3. Lions. About to do the rookie circle dance. Hey, if you're a rookie, man, you got to get loose, and about to see what these boys got, man. It's funny every year, so.
What happened?
We finna see what's going down, man.
What happened?
Rookie dance about to go down right now.
Oh.
Beautiful night here in Vancouver, over 20 degrees the last couple of days, but we are inside for what should be the game of the year. And you and I are pretty pumped to be doing this one, especially getting the chance to talk about the two leading MOP candidates at quarterback in the West.
Yeah, pinch me.
So many storylines going into this game. We could look at the MOP race, you could look at the defenses, you could look at the running game. The list goes on and on.
Home field advantage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What are you watching for?
I'm watching VA. I'm watching VA. The biggest game of his CFL career.
Of course, the winner of this football game, barring something catastrophic, will win the Western Division and host the Western Division Final.
You can just feel the anticipation in the air. It's just incredible.
I can't remember a Lions game, a regular season game, that's had this much hype to it.
Yeah.
Steele begins his approach, and we're underway. End-over-end kick. So Vernon Adams in the offense comes up. Winnipeg with 4 in the box. Little play action. Adams pumps. He's got Jefferson in his face. He fires. Finds Katoy. Crosses the 45. Keeps his feet and gets all the way to the 50-yard line. Adams fires, and he finds a receiver at the 30-yard line. It's Hollins.
That's a good, solid opening drive, right? You may get stalled in there. You want more points, obviously, but to do that, drive the field from your own 25-yard line. And
Bombers will be scrimmaging from their own 40. Balls on the near hash. See what type of response they have. Collaros drops back, steps up, fires downfield, incomplete, nowhere near an intended receiver.
The Lions defense holds on second down and forces a field goal.
And the kick is going to be wide left. Williams will catch it in the end zone. Is he going to bring it out? He's coming across the goal line. Yes, he is. And he gets to about the 8 or 9 yard line before he's brought down. So 2nd and 10 now. 3-man rush. Adams drops back, and he's under pressure, scrambles, evades the pressure. Now he's running to the far side. He's going to fire downfield, and he's going to find a receiver. What a play by Vernon Adams.
I was on the wrong side. I wasn't even supposed to be there. But it's kind of a theme of our offense this year. When you're in the wrong spot and you do the wrong thing, you always tend to kind of get the ball, usually for a big play.
You should have been on the other side, on the back side.
I get on the sideline and coach was like, you were on the wrong side. And I was like, well, we got 20-something yards or whatever. We got big first down from it.
As he finds Justin McInnes. Winnipeg brings 4. Adams drops back. He's got time. He's going to go end zone right down the middle for Hatcher. Incomplete. And we're going to flag in the end zone. This is with PI, probably against Reddick. Randy Julio. First down for the Lions at the Winnipeg 1. Davis comes up behind Couture. Goes right side. Does he get in? Touchdown, BC Lions! Dominic Davis's 4th rushing touchdown of the year has given the Lions a 9-0 lead with 2:03 left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, nothing fancy about this. He's just going to go over the right side of the offensive line and get himself.
Yeah, you know what it is, yeah.
Keep going, big guy.
We've been running that same play for 2 years now. It's just like a 6-yard hitch. The running back goes onto the flat, and they usually go to the running back, and I'm usually open. So Jordan Maximic, drew it up perfectly. He said, you know what? This week we're gonna give Couture a double move. I said, okay.
First down for the Lions at the 40-yard line. 4 receivers to the near side for Adams. He's gonna pump. Now he's gonna go far side, looking for Couture. Makes the catch.
If he calls a play, I gotta make it count. Winston Rose bid on it, and the rest was history, man. He tried to catch up. I said, nope, get out the way. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it looked pretty good.
40, 35, 30, 20, again, 10, 5, touchdown, BC.
I had to show everybody what's up. You know what I mean? Everyone, like you said, everyone sleeps on my speed. They just think I'm a big physical receiver who just likes to get in the box and block.
Javon Couture.
That was just unbelievable.
70 yards. We did the math while you were doing the analysis, my friend.
Ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing new. It ain't nothing new. Come on, now let's do it.
Whyte gets it up, and the kick is good. And the BC Lions go into the locker room at half, leading 20-10.
D, strap up. Let's go. There, man. One more half. One more half, D. One more half.
Win the half. Win the game. Yes, sir.
Let's go, D. By any fucking means, man.
Hey.
By any fucking means. Baby. By any fucking means, let's go get this shit done. Let's get it.
Hey, second half. Hey, it's gonna get nasty.
Yeah.
If not, make that shit nasty.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers, let's go.
That's all we got. We all we need.
Lions 10-0 when they're leading after 2 quarters.
Hopefully that trend continues here. Lions with a 5-man front. Do they come with the blitz? Handoff Oliveira, far side. I should say that was actually Dembski on the carry as they had him in the backfield instead of Oliveira. 2nd and 10. Collaros has time. Fires right down the middle, and it's incomplete, or is it almost picked off? And the Bombers pulled to within 7 with 10:52 left to go in the third quarter. Bombers looking to obviously tie this game up with a touchdown drive here. Break the huddle. Lions with a 4-man rush. Collaros drops back, looking near side. He's under pressure. Oh! Quarterback sack!
And a
ball
fumble.
comes loose! And it's Matthew Betts! He turned around and he ran into a mat truck. And guess who comes up with the football? Sione Tuihima. Oh, baby!
The Lions go up in the first half. They're leading in the fourth quarter. Yet at the same time, that Winnipeg team is not going to die.
Hopefully the Lions can get a 2-0 here, Julio, and get great field position. Easier said than done going up against Zach Collaros. in that Winnipeg offense. Claros drops back. Lions bring 4. He's got time. He's going to fire across the middle. He's going to find Wolotarski. Crosses the 30, brought down by Hladek as he gets to about the 33. Claros takes the snap, drops back. He's got time. Keeps those feet moving. Plenty of time. Scrambles to his far side. Fires across his body and finds the receiver all the way down to the 18.
You can't give him that kind of time. I mean, you just can't.
2nd and 10 now for the Bombers. Big play here.
Woody had him, and Woody held him up. I think he was about to throw the ball, and I seen him about to throw it, so I just stripped the ball out and just ran.
Lions bring 4. Claros drops back. Under pressure. Quarterback sack! At about the 36-yard line. Here goes Tui Heba! Tui Heba! Midfield! 40! Down to the 30, and he's brought down! Oh, baby! 6:39 left to go in the 4th quarter. Lions lead it 23-16. You're listening to BC Lions football.
That team wasn't going anywhere. And like, you knew it, you kind of felt it watching the game that the Bombers were going to take this thing right to the last second. And
2nd and 10 at the BC 13. Claros fires, end zone, touchdown, Winnipeg. And the Bombers have pulled to within 3 with the extra point coming up.
Well, Lions got to put a drive together offensively.
So 2nd and 8. What do you call here, Coach?
Well, I mean, you got to throw the ball, right? I mean, but you wonder what Winnipeg's going to do. They've been coming with a little bit more pressure.
Bombers with a 4-man rush, 3-man rush and a spy. Adams has time, got plenty of time. Now he's going to scramble. And Vernon Adams scrambling for his life, gets to the 50, tries to get to the edge. He's going to get the first down, reaches for it. See where they spot it. He will be short by about a yard.
He was able to get that arm out. They're putting the spot just before that, but if you look at the replay,
I really think I did. You know what I'm saying? I stretched the ball. I really thought I did, man, and it's just tough, man.
So the Lions will send out the short yardage unit.
Oh, here we go, baby.
Dom Davis in a quarterback. Lions need to convert here.
I don't know.
Should have it. I think on that initial surge, I think he got it. And looking at the spot, Julio, I don't like it.
That's a terrible spot.
And they're going to be short by maybe 3 inches. And the Bombers get the ball with 1:50 remaining in the game, down by 3. Claros rolls out, right side, looking, nothing there, under pressure, throws it out of bounds. And the Bombers, with 16 seconds remaining, will be forced to kick the game-tying field goal.
Well, they've been doing that the entire night with that run-pass option where he rolls out to his right.
And with 13 seconds, make it 12 seconds, we are tied at 26.
This is what you expected, didn't you? Heavyweight tilt back and forth.
I saw end zone. I saw, us winning. I saw just great things for my team.
So the Lions, what type of magic do they have left now? With 12 seconds remaining, Winnipeg comes with 4. Adams drops back, fires right down the middle, and it's right! Oh! Are you kidding me? Tom Ryan! 30, 20, 10, down to the 8-yard line! Baby, are you kidding me? And time has run out! Oh my gosh!
A lot of people, they got what they might do, what they might. At the end of the day, I'm just a football player trying to make a play, and unfortunately, it was a learning lesson. Probably could have got down for the field goal, but your mind's going so fast in that time frame, you don't know what's going on. So I don't think I regret nothing in life because it's a learning lesson. So,
man, oh man,
have you seen anything like that?
He thought he could take it to the house, and so close. And now we go to overtime.
So Lions win the toss again. They defer, go on defense first.
Little play action. Claros rolls out right, looking. He's going to check this one down. He's going to find Oliveira all the way down to the 20. Claros, handoff. Oliveira right up the middle, tries to find a hole, sneaks through, touchdown, Winnipeg. Brady Oliveira. 34-26, Winnipeg leads it now. Lions will need to score a touchdown and then convert on the 2-pointer to keep the game going. 3-man rush, rolls to his right, the far side. Adams under pressure, and he goes down at the 43. Have to get a first down to continue this football game. Adams takes the snap, 3-man rush with a spy. He's going to air this one out, looking for Rhymes. Jump ball at about the 10-yard line, incomplete, and that's the game. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers have defeated the BC Lions by a score of 34-26.
Oh man, that was a heartbreaker. I'm not gonna lie. I soaked in that probably for like 3 or 4 days. To put your all into a season, and then it comes down to one game to whether you get first place or not. And we lose in that fashion. We're up 20-10, I guess, with like 3-4 minutes left in the game. And it's heartbreaking.
One of the most devastating losses at home. Let's call it franchise history. I know there's been devastating losses. Team's been around for 70 years, but I felt that loss was really, really tough on everyone. You know, everyone in the organization felt that loss.
A lot was at stake in that game, man. First place, we were tied for first, so we could have really got out and got first place there. I seen on our wall the most wins this Lions organization has had in the season was 14. So that was a potential, you know, for us to get 14 or even more, you know, that just a lot, man. A lot was at stake in that game, and it just hurt, you know, but I think it made us better as a team, and we just still came back to work the next week and did what we had to do.
Special team, special group, that's why it hurt so bad. If you didn't love this team, it wouldn't bother you that much. But it's a special group, special team that can play with anybody.
And I just remember how down they were after that game. And rightfully so, but I hadn't seen that in a regular season game. I'd seen it in playoff games or a Grey Cup game if you lose, but not in a regular season game. And
get a break and we'll see you Monday.
Let's go back to work. Hey, I know your heart hurt, man. We all fall hard, all right? Don't ever point your gun at your brother.
he was the only one that wasn't there. We had a conversation on the sideline with the receivers on a long pass that we wanted to get down, and he was talking to a trainer. There was no fault or anything like that. He literally was the only guy that didn't get that message, and that's part of coaching, is to make sure all these messages are getting out as much as possible. And I don't care if you're a little kid on a playground or you're a pro football player, everything in your body tells you, let's get on and let's get going. And it shows you the importance of hustle of the other team too, and that it literally comes down to all these small things that happen. And the one thing players and coaches are taught, which is exactly correct from Little League all the way up to the top, is one play doesn't define the game. It's all these series of events, just like life. Things are happening. And we still had a chance to win that game after that happened. So sure he felt bad, but under the circumstances, I totally get why that all happened.
It hurts my heart when you point the gun at your own brother. That's fucked up. All right, let's stick together. Come to work tomorrow.
It wasn't the end of the world, It didn't determine anything or change any outcome that we were going to have for the season. All our goals are still right in front of us. And I think a guy like TJ really helped me get through that moment, just leaning on him. He's always positive. He's always giving perspective.
Family on three. 1, 2, 3. Family. You work too hard.
Look at this. You don't gotta film me, you gotta film this.
Underneath here is a wonderful gift from the fan club to the guys we love. Jambalaya, catfish pie, meal mile.
So loud, the guys don't know.
No, it started with a conversation with me, Coach Tuck, and Coach Ryan, and John Bowman. And they were talking, John Bowman was teasing Coach Ryan, and I told him to stop picking on my Coach Ryan. I promised them, we were talking about, what they liked and what they didn't like, and Coach Tucker was quite proud he came from Texas. And then I said, oh, what kind of foods do you like? And I said, how about jambalaya? And he goes, oh, yeah. And Coach Ryan got all excited, and he was like, oh, jambalaya, yeah. So I said, well, if you behave yourselves, you might just have to get some jambalaya given to you one practice. Hello, and that's how it started.
Coach Ritchie, when he was here, his wife Sharon was our inspiration to have a fan club. So a lot of the season ticket holders got a message to come here to the locker room, which was packed. Have all my friends that I've met through all of this. If we didn't have all these people, it would never go as long as it's been. 30 years coming up in March. Oh, it's all covered up. It's all a surprise.
That's Phil Norman.
I know, it's Phil.
It smells good, doesn't it?
Okay, Phil, you like jambalaya?
And it's going to taste good.
I do like jambalaya, actually.
So we started with just watermelons for a long time. And then things weren't going so hot with the team, and Louis Pasaglia said, maybe we need to do something different. So we started with apples. So there's a story to the apples. We had to go to Edmonton to win. We had to go to Calgary to win. Then we were in the Grey Cup. But working up to that, we had what we called apple power. And it worked. And they took boxes of apples with them when they went to Edmonton, and they won the Grey Cup. So it was called Apple Power, and we've had that the last few weeks, and Eva has brought apples today to continue with the Apple Power.
I need the good luck apple too.
Oh yeah, that's why I brought them today. Good luck, Al.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, they're just like a little club that supports us, that's been here. Make sure they give us snacks, and they also throw other community events. They show up every Wednesday, and they come with snacks, and they come with love, and win or lose, they're there to support us and love on us. So it's nice to have that unconditional love and support no matter what, and they're getting to know us personally.
Thank you very much.
I promised you this 2 years ago, and we just said that.
Thank you.
Start. I said, well,
I know, but some people are touching the guy.
You got too many shrimp. That's yours? Thank you so much. There you go.
Yeah?
Let me not ruin the food.
Hey, there we go. Thanks, John.
I hear this is it. Everybody's saying it's good.
That's good.
How's your foot?
Yeah, and there's sriracha.
Oh, you're tough. You're
Marcus, right?
Yes,
Marcus Sale.
What we got?
Jambalaya.
Oh wow,
it's got shrimp in it.
Sick. That's beautiful.
Did you say we're beautiful?
Y'all are so beautiful.
Oh, I thought that's what you said.
Thank you.
Andrew?
Thank you so much. We appreciate all y'all do for us.
Thank y'all so much.
Can I have enough?
Yeah, take two. Take three.
You insist.
Take as many as you want.
As many as I can get. Thank you so much.
Bless your heart. Thank y'all so much.
Hey, have a great game.
It's amazing.
guys.
They in there crying about the
Can I
cornbread.
just try a little, just a little bit?
I'll bring them the crumbs.
Thank you.
Is that enough?
Yeah, that's good.
The BC Lions are 3.5-point favorites over the Hamilton Tiger Cats on Friday night in Steeltown.
I think it's going to be tough for them this week. Eventually, they're going to get it turned around, but I wouldn't be surprised if they lost this week.
I don't think there's a team in the CFL right now that is hotter than the Hamilton Tiger Cats.
The Lions will have a bit of an emotional hangover in my mind coming off that game, having to then get on a plane and go across the country to Hamilton. So
there's only two teams in this league that we have not beat this year. One is Hamilton, so I think we owe these guys to get a win, and the other one is Toronto, and we all know when we can do that.
Spooky season in the CFL, a little black and orange on Friday the 13th at Tim Hortons Field.
It was a beautiful fall day here, 12 degrees, kind of sunny. It's gotten a little cloudier throughout the course of the day.
Let's make sure we dominate all 4 quarters today, not just one half. All game. Fourth quarter, RC in the first quarter. Whole game. We here to win. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3.
When we played them the last game, they ran the ball on us. But that's one thing, being a linebacker, it's like you have a chip on your shoulder when you hear people talk about, BC Lions defense can't stop the run and things like that. You take that personally. So that's my fuel is this next game,
stopping the run, man. We gotta shut that shit down. Excuse my language.
Butler up the middle, goes right side, and the Lions hold him up as he crosses the 30.
Puts his head down, takes a big shot, but
some gain of maybe 4 on first down for James Butler. He's pretty much been held in check, Joe. We're looking at his numbers, 24 yards. I guess that's up to 28 now.
The quarterback, he kind of like disguised himself, and the quarterback missed him.
Far side, check down screen, picked up! That's going to be a touchdown for the BC Lions! And it's Josh Woods!
Pick 6 to the house. It was a great play.
Oh, they don't come any easier than that for Josh Woods. He was just sitting in the...
It doesn't hit you right away. It definitely, like when you get your first touchdown, it doesn't sink in until maybe a few minutes after, or maybe after the game. You're like, damn, I scored. Yo, I mean, I had a touchdown today.
Come on, man. Let's go.
Josh has been one of those guys who's been coming in as a rotational guy. You know, at linebacker position, we need everybody. Josh has been incredible for us. You know, he's somebody who could play multiple positions, very versatile, and it's happy to see him come up and to see him do his thing and make those plays. So I'm really happy for him.
See Josh Woods hanging out with the city boys. Come on, that's slow ass shit.
First down for the Lions at the Hamilton 5. Ball's just inside the near hash.
Oh man, it felt good just because, like you said, it was, a little chirping on the side, when they came in and beat us at our house.
I guarantee you, enjoy your moment, yo. I promise you.
They was confident chirping, so I'm like, when I get to play there, I'm definitely scoring, and I'm gonna get them back.
Now Rhymes motions to that far side. Adams play action, gonna dump this end zone. Touchdown BC Lions! Dominic Rhymes! The Ferrari has just gotten started.
Man, it felt good to be back in the end zone because it was a while since I've been in the end zone. I started off fast, so just getting back in that rhythm of being in the end zone, man, it gets you going. Like.
City boys are up tonight. City boys are up.
So it's 2nd and 14. The BC 20. Schultz takes the snap, drifts over to the near side under pressure, and he's going to be brought down. Quarterback sack, Matthew Betts, number 17.
I've never been aware what the record was before it got out in the media. And I mean, I was doing my absolute best not to let it get to me, but I had a lot of, obviously, people from the outside talking about it, but even people on the team and teammates. I mean, before the game, they were talking to me about the record. They wanted me to get it. And that's when it became, I guess, more important to me, when I realized that everybody in here wanted me to get it.
And he's tied the record for most sacks by a Canadian in the CFL. 2nd and 7 at the 29. Hollins to the far side with Hatcher and Katoy. Hamilton, 7 men at the line of scrimmage. They come with 4. Adams looking, fires. Hatcher, 5-yard line, intercepted. It's picked off. Intercepted by Dexter Lawson. He gets up, 10, 20. Got a flag on the play. Running down the sidelines. This is all going to come back. There's a flag way back in the 15.
And Vernon Adams is hurt.
I didn't know exactly what happened, but I knew it wasn't as serious as before when I got hurt in Saskatchewan, but it was still something.
Adams is hurt. He is limping badly as he goes to the bench.
He was so immobile and hobbled at that point that it wouldn't have made sense. And Vernon's one of those guys that you're going to really have to tell him that he's out. But that's why we signed guys like Dane Evans, is you got to have multiple guys and guys that can step in and make plays. So again, another memorable moment.
Well, initially I was thinking I might have to just go in and hopefully eat the clock up so they don't get the ball back, because our defense was out there. And then they went on a little bit of a drive and they got their field goal. And then the situation completely changed to me talking to Rick, where do we need to get to for a field goal?
I think I said it going into the fourth quarter. I looked at Pickett and I'm like, get your head right. It's going to come down to us.
And Dane Evans coming in at quarterback for the Lions, the former Tiger Cat.
Yeah, it's kind of fitting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Couldn't write it any better. Dane Evans, 54 seconds left against his old team, and is on the money.
Evans takes the snap, fires far side, finds Hatcher, gets to about the 45.
Man, I'm so confident in him because he prepares. He prepares like the starter every single week.
Looks, fires far side, finds Hatcher on a quick slant, and he's down to about the 52. Evans goes near side, looking for Holland, steps out of bounds at the 42.
And I knew that we had to get to the 40, or at least close to the 40-yard line. And I talked to Whitey, and he said he wanted it, in a perfect world, a little bit more on the left side than the right side of the field. And so that's why that play before Whitey's kick, I decided to go to Hatch because it got us back on the left side there. And it was also the shortest throw with the least amount of time taken off the clock.
Evans, quick hitter to Hatcher, takes the knee, 1 second on the clock. There's 1 second on the clock. There should be 1 second. He's down at the 41.
If that play call is called, you know exactly what you have to do in that moment. And you know, me and him executed, and
he went 4 for 4, did his thing, did what he needed to do to get Whitey in range, and Whitey did the rest.
And we have a timeout, I believe, that's called by Hamilton. Yes, indeed, the Tiger Cats have called a timeout.
Sure enough, it was a timeout, and they're trying to ice me, but I start laughing because every time I train in the off season, I play games in my head. I put 6 footballs on the field and in different spots, and on that last kick is the game winner. And I always line it up and then call timeout on myself. So I start laughing. I'm like, this is what I do all the time. So again, when I say I was in a sweet rhythm, I visualized myself on the field, a practice field by myself kicking. I started doing that, and I knew I was kind of laughing. I'm like, I got this. I know exactly how I got to hit this, and I hit it absolutely perfect.
Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up.
Off my foot, I knew that was pure. I looked up for a split second, saw the rotation, I'm like, we're good.
And the kick has the distance, and it's good! Sean Whyte with the walk-off field goal! And the Lions have defeated the Tiger Cats in Hamilton by a score of 33-30.
For me, it was Dane Evans that day. The way he came in to have that last drive against his old team, and I'm so happy for him that he got that win.
And Dane, being the pro that he is, man, he came in and did what he needed to do in his house in Hamilton.
I was pretty excited. I knew that Whitey had it, but yeah, once he made it, I kind of lost my mind and I got really jacked up, and it was fun. That's what makes sports fun.
This is my house, don't forget.
You're the greatest kicker ever! God, he's the best!
What a year Sean Whyte has had. I hope he doesn't see this because, you know, his head's already kind of big. Just kidding, Whitey. But, I mean, just an amazing year, and just, you know, when he trotted out, it was going to be money, right? And it was.
Yeah! What a fucking play. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Great fucking job. Come here. Go.
Oh, hey, what's going on here?
I'm done.
Keep it PG.
Yeah, PG. I think the only sad thing of this whole thing was you got all these Hamilton fans here and all that stuff, and Dane, you fucked up their whole thing.
I've been on some special teams, and this is the most special one. I appreciate every one of y'all. Let's just keep going like
Drop that motherfucker off 4 times! Oh, shit!
Love you too, man. Great game.
Matthew Betts, right, tied the BC Lions record for sacks. Also, Canadian record for sacks with 17. He needs one more. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do tonight to break that record. He's a great football player. He's kind of the guy who stirs the drink for this defense. And early in the year when the BC Lions were killing it on defense, everybody had to have an answer how to stop him. I'm looking forward to him tonight.
People were proud for me, and I wanted to get it just for the guys on the team. And for me, it reflects the story of, my season, the whole D-line as a crew, and I'm really, really proud to be part of this crew and what we've been building since 2022.
6 makes it 2nd and 4 at the Calgary 18. 2:27 left to go in the half.
I took it inside the right tackle for Calgary, and I've been setting him outside most of the game with speed. And he just kind of a little bit kicked a little bit too deep, and I mean that window inside was open, and Jake saw me fast and he kind of rolled away from me. So I mean I wrapped him up, and then I felt somebody hitting him harder, and that was Woody. So I mean I got back up and we both celebrated together.
Quarterback sack is a Matthew Betts. Mon Dieu! Sac du quad arrière, numéro 20 pour Matthew Betts. Bien joué, Matthew, bien joué.
It was a cool moment. I mean, I was happy at that point, but I mean, I think Woody was even happier for me, and I mean, the guys, picked me up and all that stuff, and I mean, I was happy with the moment. It was really cool, and they got pictures of that, and I'm definitely got them saved somewhere. And
there still is the misconduct, unnecessary roughness against BC number 47, and another unnecessary roughness misconduct against BC 47.
So that's Tui Hema's night, as he's been ejected from the game.
But at the end of the day, when you're playing a team that's fighting for their lives against a team that had already basically wrapped up second place, I know first place was still a reality, but if you look at Winnipeg's schedule, they weren't going to lose those 2 games. And Calgary came in and punched us in the face, and I think we just took a step back and says, we'll give you this one. We'll see you in the playoffs.
That wasn't our fucking standard. We know that. Let's fucking go.
All right, hey, so we're up to 4 minutes. We get the ball. It's our choice. Dane is going in at quarterback. That's my call. There's nothing wrong with BA. Mentally or physically, he's good to go. My call to switch the quarterback. Dane's got us. Mindset doesn't change. Do you think we can beat these guys? Yeah. We don't have to, I think we'll feel a lot better if we play football. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
I know our guys wanted to go out and win that game, and it just didn't happen that week. And when we got down on the scoreboard, I think I would be a little quicker to take Vernon out of the game than obviously if I would if it was if it meant a playoff spot or a playoff game, that wouldn't happen. But again, trying to see the bigger picture on what's best for the BC Lions.
Lions bring 5. Mayer, end zone, corner, touchdown, Calgary.
We obviously wish we won that game or at least put a better performance out there. Anytime we step out there, we obviously want to succeed and do our best. And I don't think we put nearly enough on film to prove to ourselves that we even competed at our best level.
Just a matter of inches, and tonight it's favoring the Calgary Stampeders.
But obviously it's advantageous because we got a bad taste in our mouth playing against them. We get a week off to recover, and then we get to go play the same opponent. So
the Lions conclude their season with a 12-6 record.
And your special teams player of the game tonight, number 11, Stephen Flintoff. All right, before we wrap it up, we head back down.
Okay, let's do this thing here. If you could give me your attention, stop what you're doing, please, for a minute, and just listen to me for a second. What it's going to come down to for us to get where we want to go is, do we have the poise to function on a football field and play in between the whistles, make the plays we're supposed to make, deal with hard moments, which are going to happen in the playoffs when the other team makes a couple plays that we don't lose our minds, all that stuff. Even right now, do we have the poise right now to handle ourselves the correct way after getting our ass kicked?
Mayer was under 50%, but the run game ran through you guys all night long. You got to play these guys in probably 2 weeks.
Yeah.
How do you stop it going forward?
Yeah, well, it's going to require 12 guys to be committed to do their job and cancel their gap. And I think you saw, at least I saw in several plays, it looked like a team that was a little bit hungrier and playing for their playoff lives. And then once we got down, I saw some guys that were, I'm not questioning their effort, but I'm questioning their urgency. So, but I don't think urgency will be a question mark in a playoff game. But who knows? We'll probably see these guys again. But who knows? We'll see what happens in the these last 2 weeks of the CFL.
This started for me in junior football, right out of high school, playing for the Saskatoon Hilltops. You know, you take that common thread of food with the offensive line and the want to create community. Our offensive line coach, Guy Fuller, was a local English teacher, and you know, he had 5 or 6 of his own kids, and they would make this big, huge, lavish meal, and we'd eat like we'd never eaten before.
And there is sliders right behind you. Bunch of goofs. Grab sliders.
And when I moved on to college, our offensive line coaches and Bart Arnold and Travis Cirque would do the same thing. They'd host all these, you know, university-aged athletes that, you know, came from all these different backgrounds. And for one night, we were at somebody's house outside of the football world, and they'd feed us.
I know you can smell that right there. You see that?
When I got here as a player, Dan Durazio did the same thing. He brought us over, you know, once a year to his home, hosted us, fed us, and we got to have those conversations outside of the workplace.
Oh, well, it looks like it's just meat right now.
There's coleslaw there.
Yeah, we're gonna get
What the hell are you
some
talking?
coleslaw.
When I started back here as the offensive line coach, you know, this was something that was always in the back of my head that, you know, I always wanted to host and have the guys over, and it's fun to see them outside again, outside of the workplace.
These are new.
And it sort of dawned on me that I had this unique connection as a former player of, you know, having some of the great people that I would played in that room with, and then having them locally live here and staying in contact with them and thinking, what a great opportunity to connect these two communities that are both the same and different. It's a long year, you know. Our offensive coordinator doesn't like to use the term marathon, and I actually think he's right. I think it's two of the same things. It's a long season. It is week after week of pounding, but it's however many games you play, it's that many sprints in a row.
Look at that. All gone.
And when this end of the season starts to get nearer, you really start to feel the finality of what you've all started out to work towards coming to a close. And it'll never be the same again. That group of people will never be together again. And you start to feel that. And this is one of those opportunities to celebrate that.